This is my dream, this is my passion, this is something that I believe in.
If you're always afraid that things are going to go wrong, your business isn't going to succeed.
Who would have thought SOTS would make us millionaires?
I'm a 13-year-old entrepreneur and CEO of Spurgo.
I'm the inventor of the locker board.
I'm 14 years old. I'm the CEO of Zally Candy.
I'm the co-founder here at Rumble Boxing.
The CEO of Play Versus.
This is my hustle.
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 Today on My Hustle, we're going to see some extraordinary entrepreneurs who have turned their passions into profit. Follow along as we learn about their business, determination, and road to success.
Triandos Thornton keeps doing big things in his business and doing things for others. A kidpreneur and CEO with a purpose to help.
He had this bright idea, being inspired by his father, to love bow ties and to really want to share bow ties with the world. And from a very beginning, when he was 5 years old, he said bow ties gave people superpowers, and he felt good and there was confidence with it.
I love that after people put on a bow tie, I can see the smiles on their faces because I think they give you a magic superpower that encourages your bravery.
He has a great work ethic, and he also has a great heart because he wants to actually help people, especially kids and adults that are in need.
There's an old adage that says, when you love what you do, it doesn't feel like work. And I don't think he really sees it as work because it's something he enjoys doing. And he sees it as really a mission that he's on, a personal one and a professional one, of empowering kids to really have self-confidence.
Being 8 years old is just real powerful to see him be able to, want to work so hard.
I'm Triandos Thornton. I'm 8 years old and I am the CEO and founder of T&M Bow Ties and Apparel, and this is my hustle. So right now I'm at Speaking Pieces Boutique where she sells some of my bow ties at. This is my favorite one. It's popular in Africa and Europe. And these are my two best sellers.
Well, the bow tie company actually began because Triandos walked in the room and he was like, "Hey Dad, you always wearing bow ties. What about if we start a business?"
So I went downstairs to my mom and I asked her, can I start my own bow tie business? And she said yes, so she's been there from the very beginning.
Triandos and Noah are typical children. They have high energy, a love for life, a love for nature.
Typical 8 and 5-year-old, but they are, still focusing on their business where they have to put stickers on bow ties, count inventory, put it in the box, and we go to like UPS, FedEx, and ship stuff off, so they have to do all of that stuff.
My job is to pack the bow ties and give it to them and tell them about my business. My brother is just newly promoted to the president, and now I'm the CEO and founder. My mom's the manager. She helps with the online, adding bow ties and stuff like that. And my dad is the COO, and he helps with selling the bow ties to people. We sell bow ties, regular neckties, cufflinks for men and women, scarves, and we also now sell hoodies, sweatshirts, and hats.
What's so important to the founder and CEO, Triandos, as well, is helping in the community. And that's why when he was 4 years old, he started the community food and toy drive that has grown and collected thousands of non-perishable food items and toys for families in need.
My mom explained to me that everybody wasn't as fortunate as me, and so I wanted to help them, and I started my food and toy drive. So far, we've donated thousands of food and toy drives to people that aren't as fortunate as me. It's so important to me because the community does lots of stuff for me, and so I wanted to bring that back to them.
We're blessed this year with UPS joined forces and partnered and made a large donation of non-perishable food items and amazing toys for so many different families, and they donated that through United Food Force in the name of Triandos and Noah.
I've come a long way from my very beginning. I started at 5 years old, so that was 3 years ago. I also run a podcast, so I also learn more information from other people that I interview.
It's been amazing. He's interviewed some of the best and the brightest in various industries that are out there, from professional farmers, from people that are making bracelets, to people that are running really large companies. So he's learned so much. It's inspired him.
Tonight I will be interviewing Kennedy. She sells bracelets. How is it like to own a business? What inspires me to keep working is my mom, my brother, my dad, my grandma, and granddad. When someone buys a bow tie, I feel more motivated because I feel like more people are supporting my business. I can keep pushing through my business. When I'm not working, I like to spend time growing my succulents and also spending time with nature. Succulents, to see them grow, and like you've been there since like day one when it was a small little plant, I think that makes you feel good and does like a stress relief. You can't just work all day and then you'll be stressed the night and then you have to work again tomorrow and be even more stressed the next day.
As their parents, we are proud of them every day of giving their best, giving 100%. That's what's important to us, and we always tell them as long as you're striving to be your best, then you already are walking into being your very best.
Our motto is style meets purpose. That's my motto because you have to dress up to be successful.
I think it's just, genetically in his DNA that he wanted to kind of start and run his own business and, also give back to the community and help out in the world.
It's empowering to see Triendos and Noah really live and walk in the shoes they are intended to. They're really walking in their purpose, and as their mother, I just pray certainly that they continue to do that and grow into the individuals and men they are intended to be.
Next, I think we should do something more kid-friendly, maybe a fidget spinner or something like that. I think I want to make my podcast worldwide where people can hear it on their radio and on television. And I also do have a tip. Kids out there, you can be whatever you want to be. Just believe in yourself. Don't let anybody hold you back. You can do everything if you just put your mind to it. And that's how you tie a bow tie.
When we come back,
Somehow, some way, my two loves in life, which is fashion and sports, became a perfect merge.
2 times 1 week.
My man's always keeping me right, bro.
I've worked with all these guys in the new draft class, from Jackson Hayes to, Darius Garland, Kevin Porter Jr., the whole first round almost. And these kids are the next generation superstars. They know if there's something rare that they can't find, if they hit me up, I'll go and search the entire world until I find it. Literally, I'd bring all this stuff in big bags and set up a store within their hotel room, and they would have their whole team come.
When you're a teacher, you come across hundreds of students, even thousands over the years, and there are certain students that stand out, and Dan was definitely one of them.
Since day one, it was always about sneakers. Anything he can get his hands on, he just knew the ones to get, the ones that were hard to get.
Somehow, some way, my two loves in life, which is fashion and sports, became a perfect merge, and I'm a heavy believer that you look good, play good. I'm Dan Solomon, I'm 25 years old, I shop for and style for the next generation athletes, and this is my hustle. Welcome to my office. I'll take you a little tour. So over here I start off with some outerwear, Kith, Supreme, Off-White, every different type of brand. It's a mix of designer gear here, t-shirts, hoodies, some chrome hearts and Fear of God chiller stuff with my nicer sweats down here. You go over into this shelf and it's pretty much all Supreme and a little anti-social club on the back. I really want to show you some of the rarer pieces that I have in here. So this one is Supreme Louis Vuitton collab. Kith Versace collab, which was, I had pretty much everything from this collection. This is the one piece that I have left. But this is probably the rarest piece in here and the most unique, so And the details are just absurd. I mean, I can't even explain this hoodie unless you saw it in person. I always make sure I have what my specific clients like or what I'm gonna anticipate them wanting. And then I also always bring in anything that's gonna sell out or rare. I like putting my clients in things that you haven't seen in a while. And I even love putting my clients in things that you've never seen before. I love to make sure that my guys feel great by looking great and confident walking into the game. I want them to look good and feel good. So much new stuff for you, bro. I want to show you a couple pieces, new pieces, some rare stuff.
I need that and the Supreme.
Need both those?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll call him and be like, I need this. And it's just like, he'll usually already have it, or he'll be like, oh, I can get it to you in like a day or so. And it's like most people that you work with that's into fashion, they try to like BS you and try to force stuff upon you. He's not that type to like try to force me into wearing this and that. If I say, nah, it's not me, it's just not me. And then he just leave it alone and go to the next thing. So when we talked and linked, it was just like, it was perfect for each other.
All right, so we got these. Put these to the side, but I know you got that event coming up for your brother, so let's put together a little fit. So I was thinking we go with this chrome. Super nice, you know, special piece in an XL. Match that up, you know, we don't want to go too crazy and outshow your brother, so we'll keep it all black. Simple St. Laurent jeans in 36 for you. Perfect, so we'll try that on and we'll see how it looks. I shop for them, I'll redo their closets, I'll style some guys. When I say style, I could be styling for one event, or I could style every game for the entire season. And then I'll also do merch lines for players, anyone who wants to do their own merch, I'll have that clothing made. On top of that, I buy all the rare pieces of streetwear that come out. Supreme on Thursdays, everything sells out. Kith on Mondays, everything sells out. I buy those just to have because A, they're impossible to get after that. B, I want to be able to give my guys the best price possible, and if I'm not paying retail, I can't guarantee them as good of a price.
After the break,
the white pops off with this. Perfect, perfect. Nice.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yep. I think this is it for, you know, not too much.
No, it's perfect, dude.
Perfect. Jeans fit.
Subtle jeans, yeah. The white pops off with this.
So I think this
perfect,
is
bro.
Perfect.
What are the most popular brands right now amongst athletes in general?
Bag section. Shout out Bag section. This is all the new Bag section, which is my brand with Dwayne Bacon that we started about a year ago.
I pretty much like just had the name. I didn't really know what direction I wanted to go. So when I said it to him, it was just like, yeah. And him being into the fashion world, he knows how to get stuff done. We both come to the table with, you know, some outstanding ideas. We try to tie it in together and make great pieces.
So where does Bad Section's name come from?
You know, growing up, it took, you know, everything in me to just try to stay out of trouble. I left home at 10th grade trying to just get out there and get a clear head and continue to make my future bright. So that's what I had to do, you know, I feel like, to survive and be where I'm at today, and that's what I did.
So I got started when I was younger, being like a sneaker addict. No one was gonna buy me the shoes. My parents would get me 1 or 2 pair of shoes for the year, and that was it. But I needed to get what I wanted, so I figured out a way where I could flip some sneakers. It just became an obsession. We grew, and as we continued to make money, me and my friends, we just kept getting more and more into it.
Then he went off to school and he studied and he did merchandising, and he left IU and said to me, Mom, I don't think I want to work for anybody else.
My senior year of college, I was in a class all about entrepreneurship within fashion. When I took that entrepreneurship class and I actually got to build my own business plan and get that side of it flowing, I knew that I needed to just start my own venture. Simultaneously as that's happening, throughout my freshman year and on, I became really close with the basketball team in Indiana. A couple of them when I was a senior, were about to go into the NBA draft, and I decided, okay, I'm already selling them sneakers here and there. Let me just try to do this full time. My first client was OG Anunoby. He really was my first guy where he was like, I need this stuff. And I was like, you know what? Anything you need, I'll be able to find. It kind of clicked like, okay, I can bring everything to them while they're on a crazy travel schedule, and they could choose in their room, or I could ship to them through a FaceTime shopping. Like, it just makes their life way easier. And as I continue to grow my relationships with them, I know what they want. Right here I have a little package going to Jordan Poole, plays for the Warriors. This little group of thing is going to Jackson Hayes on the Pelicans, who was the 8th overall pick. I focus on the young guys. So when these kids are coming up, they're so young that there's so many people that are trying to take advantage of them. And I make sure to look out for them in that sense and make sure they don't have to overpay for things and make sure they get things for the right price in the right situation. Tell them, Luke.
What, man? You know, I already got Supreme on me, you know, early in the morning. We just played last night.
Just woke this man up.
It really is nice to see the growth. It's nice to see where he came from and where he's headed. And I know for sure he's going to become a huge success in the fashion industry.
My hustle means never stop thinking, never stop growing, never stop believing, and never stop grinding.
He was always hustling. He always wanted to help and make money, and he finally found what he loves. And I see it every day. His work brings him such joy.
It's incredible. Like, not only have I made money doing what I'm doing, but I've created some lifelong relationships. So I think what's next is just to keep growing my businesses and make sure those are the main focus, because I don't want to lose track of those and let it fall apart, and then work on new ventures and just keep going from there.
When we come back,
Now we outsource all of our shipping to them. So that's why in a facility like this, at this scale, we could scale the company a lot better. Who would have thought socks would make us millionaires?
Feet socks. By being selected 30 under 30, the judges believe that you have the likelihood of changing your field over the next half century.
What's up? I'm Taylor Hopper. I'm Parker Burr, and our brand is called Feet. We make the most fun and comfortable hoodies, socks, and clothing in the world.
We've sold millions of dollars of product online, been featured on Forbes 30 under 30 list, and most recently, we partnered up with billionaire Marcus Lemonis.
Come check out our hustle.
I sell socks and hoodies on the internet. I'll sell millions of dollars of socks and hoodies through Instagram.
We're currently standing in our warehouse outside of LA, where we have a couple 100,000 pairs of socks, tens of thousands of hoodies, pretty much everything.
At first, we were shipping out of our own garage, really. It was us two. Every single pair of socks got sent out for our first couple 100,000 pairs. We're with our own hands. Now we use Shipmonk. We outsource all of our shipping to them. So that's why in a facility like this, at this scale, we could scale the company a lot better.
I'm gonna go find a hoodie because it's freezing in here. So let's go look.
B-17.
Yeah, B-17, is that it?
You sunk my battleship. Anything over there? Oh yeah, here's some hoodies. Oh, just inventory on my phone.
Damn it.
Oh, backwards. Oh my God, he's ruining it.
We're gonna have a little box building competition. First one to build 3 boxes.
Touch and go. Oh, you lost your technique?
No, I didn't.
One down. Wow. 2 down.
No, you don't.
Fine work.
Congratulations, you get to ship all of our boxes from now on.
So senior year, we went on to sell 20,000 pairs out of our backpacks.
It was like we'd walk around campus and friends, oh, can I get a pair? And we'd like sling it out of our backpack,
On the
20
East Coast,
bucks.
it was cold. We had these big North Faces and we just stuffed socks in every pocket. Everywhere people would see us, be like, yo, you got any on you? Oh yeah, let me get you. I got you. And we're just slanging socks out of our pockets. The day after graduation, we got $250,000 from an investor.
We had no idea what it was really even like to raise money or anything.
We graduate, we have $250,000 and we're like, cool, we have all this money. How do we sell socks? And we had a 2-pronged approach. We wanted to go after stores and we wanted to go after influencers.
We're these young kids playing an old school game.
I knew all these influencers and celebrities lived in LA. So I started following every single kid from Vine, and I was watching their content and I saw the same backdrop. It was the same pool, it was the same gym. All their videos were shot in the same spot. Fly to LAX, I convinced the doorman to let me in. And as I'm walking in, I see King Batch in the elevator and he told me the door open and he says, you coming up? And I was like, oh my God, I think I found this holy grail of all these kids.
Taylor calls me, he's like, dude, we're moving to LA. We gotta move in this building. We gotta do deals with them. We're gonna live here. We're gonna become friends with them. We're gonna do a deal. And I'm like,
and it worked out because in one conversation with Logan Paul, I was like, dude, I make socks, you gotta sell some socks. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm down, this is sick. So we made some socks with this bird on them. I realized that a lot of these people don't care as much about money as they do about content. And I was like, Logan, here's a good content idea for you. I had this 3-wheeled crazy car. I got it wrapped so it looks like these socks. I said, Logan, I'll give you my car if you could sell 20,000 pairs. And we did this whole campaign with Logan. And with that campaign, he ended up selling like $500,000 of socks.
Like in the blink of an eye.
It justified everything.
We got 1.5 million unique visitors to our site. We got $500,000 in sales.
It was crazy. So many customers, so many sales. It blew up our business. And that
we were
really,
viral on the internet pretty much everywhere.
We went viral, and that put us on the map in the e-commerce world. Because everyone was like, what the hell are these kids doing?
So we couldn't replicate it. So we said, how are we going to build a sustainable business? And about that time, I was watching this show called The Profit. And this guy, Marcus Lemonis, goes into businesses and helps them scale to the next level. At the end of the show, it says, like, apply here if you have a small business. I applied, and they called us back like the next day. Sure enough, Marcus comes walking up to my house a month or two later. He's like, what's up, guys? I'm Marcus.
And he was like, guys, what the hell's going on here? There's no way. And then he was like, but your business isn't really like struggling.
He's like, you guys already made the U-turn, but you're not struggling. What are you doing? And we just said we want to work on something bigger than this.
After the break.
So now we're in downtown Los Angeles. This is Marcus's office.
So when we first met Marcus, we were working off of a couch in my garage, and he brought us here, and this is now our office.
Here are some of the 90s designs that you guys asked for.
Dude, these are awesome. You crushed it.
So what's your favorite design that you made so far?
The Ice Pops.
Ice Pops, yeah.
I actually really like this one.
And those colors are so bright, they don't look so good on socks.
Yeah.
5:15 a.m. right now. We're here at Box Union in Santa Monica. I don't know where Parker is. He usually comes pretty late. He's probably getting coffee or something. Ready to go? Let's go. We have a bunch of entrepreneur friends in different companies doing different things we always come and work out with. We don't really have time to work out, so we get up really early in the morning, get the workout in, win the morning, win the day. Breakfast? And go sit on the beach.
It's 7
Chat,
a.m.
let's go. We got a good group of entrepreneurs who are our friends, so we like talking about what's going on with their companies. We're all companies different sizes. Being under 30 in business, like what are some of the issues everyone's run into being so young and running these multi-million-dollar businesses?
When you start a business and you have to go all in, it kind of naturally, all the distractions can go away because you really have to focus on what's important.
We all go out, we all still have fun, but at the same time, you have to say no to a lot of stuff that we would have said yes to in the past.
Yeah.
And so the hours outside of work, the weekends, the late nights, that's when we're actually being creative and being productive.
Like doing things like this, like literally, I never boxed, like, you know what I mean? Like started boxing with you guys, and just random stuff like that just like fuels the in-office work.
It can get lonely, and that's why I'm so grateful for all you guys.
Like if you go all in with something and you put your heart into it, the right people will come into your life naturally.
We're here in my mom's backyard, the childhood house I grew up in. What are your thoughts on this?
I was really upset. I was like, oh my God, a feet tattoo, like what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't work? But now I'm just kind of like, that's just part of your history.
Yeah.
So just don't get any more tattoos.
And were you mad at Parker when he talked me into doing it? Or when he talked me into getting my car?
That was ridiculously silly. There's no windshield. I drive in the car like this.
What do you dislike more, the car or the tattoo?
The car is probably most impractical. The tattoo I can live with, but the car is just like, get a windshield.
Did you think I'd work a normal job? You think I'd be an entrepreneur?
No, I didn't know how you would possibly make it in the normal world.
Thank you.
I'm not in the normal world,
So
but I
nice
was
of you.
behind a desk.
And what have you thought over the years as I moved in on 3 separate occasions between 21 and 25, I moved back to your house.
It's perfect because you're the perfect age to be doing this. You're the perfect age to be having highs, having lows, successful. Don't make me cry. What am I most proud of? That you've done it. Whether it keeps going longer and longer, that you have tried your dreams, and I think that's fantastic.
In 20 years, I see myself on an island somewhere. Work, but not even feel like work.
I used to picture work as a tunnel where you're trying to get to a light at the end. More recently, the perspective has switched to enjoy every second, right? Light is every day.
Whatever your creative outlet is, if you work hard at it, you can turn it into a career. With a crazy idea, dedication, and drive, you can do anything. These 4 entrepreneurs have shown us what their hustle is. What's yours?